I am going to be reading one of my reflections on the ego. It's called Fickle Mind, Fickle Trust. If my mind changes so many times as it goes back and forth, trying to define me, bringing me down, raising me up, telling me one story today, another story tomorrow, a story different from yesterday's story, what I can do and what I cannot do. Why do I trust something that is so fickle? Why do I not trust the being in me that does not shift with every whim, that has shown me nothing but constant, perpetual love and given me stability? Fickle Mind and Fickle Trust is a poem I wrote once I started deconstructing my ego. You see, for 4 decades and more, I believed that everything I thought was a truth, not just my truth, was the truth. When you're tired of telling yourself these stories, these predictions your mind created that turn out to not happen the way your mind had perceived it, when you are tired of the suffering the mind creates, you start deconstructing your ego. But it takes time. You have to want the change. I don't like using the word have because it's an obligation. That's a mind energy. It's more you want the change. There's a great desire to want peace. And once you make the conscious choice, there's a difference. When we use words like you have to, you should, and you must, who's speaking? Is it you, your soul, or is it your mind? I find when I focus on being quiet with my breath, I quiet myself and I ask myself the question, what do I want? There's no fickle thinking when you ask yourself, what do you want? When you use should, the should changes depending on your mood, someone else's mood, someone else's body. And when you react to that, that's where suffering is created. You learn then with time to trust God intuiting into you, and you ask yourself the question, what do I want? Then, how do I go about to bring that which is what I want to me? So, I want peace. Wanting peace and getting to peace, getting to inner peace, is work that you and only you can do. Your ego cannot do it for you because the ego talks. And it doesn't That's what it does. It creates and over-creates. It protects and over-protects. And until you come to the moment when you say, I want peace, that desire becomes a manifestation. So you choose consciously where you go, how long you go there, what you expose yourself to, how long you expose yourself to. You make a conscious choice. When you are in a crowded room and there are arguments and you want inner peace, you have the option, the choice to leave that area. Or you can simply just take a deep breath. And the whole time in your head, you are embodying peace. Sometimes the room will quiet down, but you are giving yourself permission to be at peace. When you follow the mind, the ego mind, the thinking mind, the incessant chatter, it never stops up, that creates stories and movies about who you are and about how you should be. And that changes, the external changes. It destabilizes you emotionally. Learning to center yourself, to focus on how you feel about the energy, the wave coming in, self-regulating is what will interrupt the thinking self, the ego self. My prayer may consciousness birth peace into us. So we give ourselves peace. We give ourselves love. We show ourselves compassion and kindness and create from a place of heart instead of a place of mind. May the divine be with you as you learn to discern what is fickle, shifting energy created by the ego mind and what is divine and pure, God intuiting into you. Thank you for listening.